size of a single door. Now, as per common practice, what I know, the standard size is 1 meter by 220. But then there's another answer to this, to the same question. None of the above. Like none of the but there's a trick in like the first question is it says what is the standard size for a single door? 100 by 220, 8 by 180, 100 by 260. And what I know, the right answer is A, 100 by 220. The other question is what is the standard size for a single door in centimeters?
No, so there is in the exam there was a question that was asked, what is the standard size of a door, and what is the standard size of a bedroom door? I think somebody had gotten this question.
Yeah.
What's the size of who was that? Salma, was it you who got this question?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the options were?
Yeah, 100 by 220, 220, 100 by 260, 8 by 180, and none of the above.
This is the single bedroom door, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but for like a normal door, bedroom doors are usually less or smaller.
Smaller. Yes, exactly. So in this case, like, because you know this for a fact, usually entrance doors, okay, are bigger, okay? They will be around between 1.1 to 1.2. Okay, this is very subjective depending on the design.
Yes, exactly.
So the standard size of a normal standard height of external doors are goes up to 2.1 meters in Doha. Okay. And 36 inches, which is about 1.1 to 1.2. 36 inches, sorry, is 900 mm. This is the size of bedroom doors. Okay. So you have between 1.1 to 2.1. So 2.1 is the standard size, the height of the door. Correct? This is what all of you are using, 2.1.
Yeah.
Okay. But the width of the door is, it depends. Okay, whether they're specifically mentioning it.
Usually for entrance we put 1 meter, and for bedroom we put 90 centimeters.
Yes.
And
exactly.
for bathroom we put 80 centimeters.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So we have to opt to the option none of the above, right?
When they say standard size of door, what was the question that he sent? I didn't see it.
What is the standard size of a single door? One question was only single door, and the other question single door in centimeters.
No. The single door in centimeters is debatable. So it is actually 2.1 into 900, which is the main door. Okay. 2.1 into 800 is the toilet door. And 2.1 into 900 will be the bedroom door.
Yes, but they're not specifying to which, what's the function? Or
when they mean door in general, it will be the main door.
Yeah, the 100 by 220.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, but 100 by 220 is already in centimeters.
I didn't see his question, honestly speaking. If I come across that question, I'll try to look and see if I have a related question to this. If I do find it tonight, I will send it to you.
Okay.
I will try and look for it, okay?
Maybe if we solve this mock-up exam, maybe we can be able to
Yeah.
have
Okay.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said, don't get stressed out about it. Usually, you know the answers, okay?
Yeah.
So just stay calm, really, honestly.
Okay.
Just take a deep breath before you start your exam. Okay?
Oh, I'll try. I'll try.
No, you will. It'll be okay.
Inshallah.
Okay. We'll anyway be doing these mock-up tests. I think we did some things over here.
Yeah, we did the random last time when we talked about the joints and everything else.
Okay. So let's do these questions. Okay. Dana, like I said, there is something over here that I have. I have put it down under notes. Okay. Go through just as an idea. Go through the footings. Okay. Beams, just as an idea. Okay. You don't have to learn a lot about it. Just as an idea to know what how do you classify a continuous footing, isolated footing, the different types of footings basically. Cassian footing also they ask you, so you need to know where they will be used. We'll do it quickly. You've gone through this presentation, right?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Um, this all of this. Okay.
Yeah.
So starting from slide 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. Yeah. Okay. Go through this, please.
Okay.
Okay. There was something I remember I got this question from my exam. Let's see. Um, okay, just go through this here. This question number 4. What is a system? Okay, I think Salma, you got this for your exam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you answer it correctly? Do you know if you
Yeah.
answered it correctly?
Yeah. Especially to serve a common
Yeah,
purpose. I remember that.
This was the definition, right?
Yeah.
Exactly this?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, because I remember from my exam also, I got a question like this for what is a system?
Yeah.
They didn't ask what is a system. They gave this definition, this elaboration, and they said, and they gave you options. Okay.
Yes.
The question is, what is a system? Okay. Or maybe even the question will be, what is a system? And they will give you the definition, like 4 different definitions of a system. Okay. Not 4 different, sorry. 4 options, and one of the option is the definition of a system. Okay.
Yeah.
Dana, you're still with us, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just go through this, okay? Should not be too hard. Like I said, this guy, I don't know why he's not coming to my class. If you see here, I already told you all that it is for the dining room table, it is between 24 to 26 inches, and generally it is 25 inches. You all remember this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that in itself should answer your question of what and what in which range it is. Okay.
I remember one question from my exam was what was the English size of a brick?
Yes, I have that written here somewhere. How was it here? Also, this is one of the questions that come in the exam. What's the minimum space required for one person at the dining room table? So if your question comes like this, in this range, they'll be very specific about it. Okay. But if it comes in a range, then you know exactly which to choose. Okay, because you know on an average it is 25 inches. Okay. Here, UK brick size, right? This is
Yes, UK brick size.
So it's 215 into 1 or 2.5 into 65. But then I think they also ask you with mortar. I think so. That's the question. Was your question asked like that?
My question was, what's the UK brick? What's the size of a brick in UK standards?
I think I know what your question is.
So 215 by 2.5 was not an option. I googled it later after I got out of the exam, and it was 400 by 200, I think.
No, I'll tell you exactly what your question was. What were your options?
400 by 200, the 200 by 100. I remember 200 by 100 because I answered it wrong. I thought that I took this block size and the brick size, and I remember the answer was 400. The right answer was 400 by 200, I think.
No, the UK size, the unit size of a brick in UK specs. Was that the question?
In
unit
UK
size.
standard.
Yes, unit size of brick in UK specs with nominal mortar joints included. Was that the question?
They didn't say anything about the mortar joints.
Okay.
No. Okay. The brick and the block, they're different, right?
Brick and block are different.
Okay, so the brick size is 215 by 12, and the block is 400 by 200 something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Even if you check online, you check UK brick standard size, it's 215 into 1 or 2.5 into 65. What you saw is, I think so, it is, because even when I had remember learning about it, I was confused, but I don't know what, because in India we use that for brick sizes.
Okay.
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 Anything else you remember? No.
The quote less is more.
The what?
And who said less is more?
You know who said less is more?
It's Miss Van der
Rohe. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. These quotes you can learn from this presentation. This is here. Okay. They have a lot of quotes here. For form follows function. A house is a house. Okay, all these things you can just go through it.
Okay.
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 Okay, let's go to the presentation. Where were we? Okay. Let's do this. Let's start. Okay, let's focus at least 1 complete hour on this, and then we do our practice exam. Okay. Let's start. So drywalls do not require appreciable amount of moisture, and they are customarily finished with what? Consider this as your mock test.
Okay.
The other girls, can you all answer this also? Who else is in my class today? Girls, come on, please.
Okay. The drywall usually, I don't understand what they mean by customarily finished. Do they mean the final finish, or how it will be like the plastering and the jointing, or the plastering itself as a finish, as a final finish? Because mortar and cement is not part of drywall. Plywood on stud, this is another system for walls partitions. So the main thing that we use usually for drywall, I think lath and plaster, what they mean by taping and jointing, where they put the mesh and then they plaster it, or the full plastering of the wall. So what do they mean actually by
plastering you do on drywall?
Sometimes, if it's required, sometimes. Plastering usually for block walls.
Yes. So by process of elimination, it's not finished with mortar and cement, right?
No, it's not. No.
As a logic.
As a logic, yes.
As a logic, not finished with mortar and cement. Not
yes.
Plywood on studs is not applicable for this.
No.
Okay. And plastering, not done on drywalls. Right?
Yes.
See, sometimes in the projects we use plastering on drywall if the walls are not properly done. Just to like.
You put a skim coat. You don't put plaster.
A skim coat.
A skim coat is different from plastering.
Okay.
You put a skim coat to repair the material.
Correct.
You don't do plastering.
Okay.
Okay.
But what I mean, customarily finished with. What do they mean by customarily finished with?
How do you usually finish it? Customarily is like, what is a custom? Like, what is the custom of
the main practice
eating in Lebanon? The practice, yes.
Oh, okay.
How it's usually done.
We put mesh and plaster on top.
Yeah, so that's the one, lath and plaster. Okay. What about this?
Wrought iron.
Huh?
C. Wrought iron.
C. Okay, Dana?
Yes.
You know this, right?
They mean the coat that we put on top of the iron so it doesn't cause corrosion, right?
No.
Okay.
There is the iron, okay, that it's a pure iron.
Mm-hmm.
There is no coating on iron, okay? Pure iron. Can you give me an example of a building that is of wrought iron?
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. Okay.
Okay.
We did this question.
Can see functional character.
So it's all of the above. Okay.
Okay.
I have a question. Any change okay, this is a question to do with contracts, okay? Any change that is beyond the scope of work and after signing the contract is called what? A constructive change, a change order, or cardinal change, or a variation order?
From the client?
It's not specified.
Variation order.
Can you repeat the question again, please?
Okay, any change that is beyond the scope of work and after signing the contract is called what? Constructive change, change order, or cardinal change? Okay, variation is not in this question.
It's a
But what
change
is it
order.
called? It's called a change order. Okay. What is the best orientation for a facade to take the maximum benefit of heating and implement the passive heating concept?
Okay, I
That
got
means
this
what?
question in the exam. Can you repeat it,
Okay,
please?
what's the orientation for the facade to take the maximum benefit of heating and implement the passive heating concept? That means in what direction should the building be located? If it's in the north and south side.
The south.
To the south. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you all did this in your project management. What is a PERT chart? I just have some notes over here about what's a PERT chart. Do you know this? PERT.
Program evaluation review technique.
What?
Program
PERT
evaluation
chart. Have you heard of this before?
Program evaluation and review technique.
Okay, and what does it do? I'm not going to do your class on project management, but I'm just telling you that to remember this PERT chart.
Oh, PERT chart.
You can find the critical path and the original duration of this project or network.
PERT chart does not get you the critical path. It's an estimation. It's an estimation process that calculates the optimistic, pessimistic, and realistic factors of a project.
It's either called a PERT chart or a NAT chart. Okay,
yeah.
NAT chart. Okay.
It has its own formula. It's based on it's a 3-point estimation method. The 3 points are 1 pessimistic plus 1 optimistic plus 4 realistic over 6. This is how we calculate the PERT. It's a 3-point estimation method.
Okay, so you know what's a parking dimension for a car, right? As per MMUP.
Yes, actually, I just learned it in the slides. It's there in the slides. If anyone wants to know more about the PERT, it has its own, as I said, on formula, and it's based only on estimations. It's not a specific estimation.
Okay, so just moving on from PERT chart, you all know what's the size of a parking space, right?
Yes.
How much is it?
2.65 by 5.5.
Okay. You all know this, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the size of a two-way ramp? What size shall the consultant accommodate for a straight through two-way ramp? Straight through two-way ramp. Do you know what's the meaning of straight through?
Two-way ramp is one going down to the basement, let's say, and one going up to the main road or to upper levels.
Okay. So what is the how much shall the consultant accommodate for the ramp width for a straight through two-way ramp? Two-way ramp. Anybody? It's 8 meters, okay?
8 meters for two-way
Yeah.
ramp.
Yes.
Okay.
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 5 meters for a one-way ramp. Okay. And then there is an absolute minimum for a two-way ramp. Okay. It's an absolute minimum. Which is 7 meters. Okay. Then there is a question of how much should the consultant provide. What is the minimum width required for the consultant to provide as a project boundary? The consultant should provide the minimum width of pedestrian footpath along project boundary. How much is that? This is in the document that I gave you all for the Qatar National Master Plan for the size of the parkings. All this is in that document. The consultant should provide how much minimum width of pedestrian footpath along project boundary? So it is 2.5 meters. Okay. Okay, critical path is the dash in project management. Do you know what is the answer?
Critical path is what?
Is the dash. Fill in the blank.
Okay. It's the
Critical-
longest activity in the network program.
So critical path is the longest in project management. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
So for a commercial area of 750 square feet, how much parking will you require?
For a commercial area
of 750 square feet, how much parking would you require? How many parkings are required?
for commercial, if I remember, it should be 30% of the.
No, my question is very specific. For a commercial area of 750 square feet, how many parking sizes are required? 1, 3, 5, 2. So one parking is required for each 750 square feet of commercial area, okay?
One parking is required for 750.
This is also in the, what I've given you. Okay. You know who wrote this book? Who wrote this book?
Victorious.
Huh?
Vitruvius.
Okay, please remember this. Okay.
What's the name of the architect or the author?
Vitruvius, we did this last time,
Vitruvius.
remember?
Okay, Vitruvius.
Do you know what's the meaning of FAR?
Floor area
Floor area
ratio.
ratio.
Do you know how to calculate it? Just, they don't ask how to calculate it, but do you know how it's calculated? You know the
Total.
meaning of the term floor area ratio, right? Hmm? Ladies, floor area ratio. Have you heard of this term floor area ratio?
Total floor area divided by the site area.
Divided by the site area. Okay, very good. Do you know what's the meaning of carpet area?
Except toilet and kitchen.
No.
Can you repeat, please, the question?
Do you know what is floor area ratio, Dana?
It's
Have you heard of the term floor area ratio?
it's the area including the external building, the
No.
external walls. Sorry.
No. Floor area ratio. So floor area ratio is the building's total floor area or the footprint of the building. Okay.
Without the roof.
No. The floor area ratio is the footprint of the building. Okay. You calculate how much area is required per floor depending upon the size of your site. Okay. So if you have a site of 500 square meters, your internal room, depending upon the code of the place that you're in, okay, you can have only a percentage of that site area as your floor area. Okay, did you understand? It is governed by the regulation of the city. Do you know of this? In Lebanon, for example, you can only build a certain percentage per floor.
Yeah. Yes.
This is called a floor area ratio. Have you heard of this before? You call it something else?
No. We call it floor area ratio.
Okay, so you know it as floor area ratio, right?
Yeah.
Now, my question is, what is a carpet area? What is a carpet area?
The area excluding the walls.
The area excluding
Walls.
So it's basically the area inside your apartment, okay?
Yeah.
Or basically the area inside your apartment or your house, okay? So usually in in metropolitan cities, you pay to buy your when you pay to buy your apartment or your house, you pay it per square foot or by square meter, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is called carpet area. So basically, carpet area is the what you get inside your house. It literally means the area available to lay your carpet if you intended to. Okay, this is actually the area that you're going to pay your money for. So this includes your kitchen and your bathroom because this is all part of your living area. This is where you will be living. Okay. Then you have a built-up area. Have you heard of the term built-up area?
Yes.
What is a built-up area? So it's the carpet area plus the thickness of the internal walls, okay, and also the area of the balcony. Okay, so balconies are not considered as part of the carpet area. Okay, this is called as a built-up area. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then you have something called as a super built-up area. Have you heard of this term before? Hello? Have you heard of the term super built-up area?
Super built up area?
Yeah.
No.
So super built-up area is basically when you sell properties like when you sell properties like big, where you have row houses and amenities, clubhouses, okay, like a compound, for instance. Okay, if you're a real estate agent and you're selling a big compound, okay, you sell it as a super built up area, okay, because when you're selling it, it is inclusive of all things like amenities, clubhouses, swimming pool. It also includes, in some countries, parkings, the lifts, um, lobbies, okay, staircases, okay, and this is divided amongst the flats, okay. So each apartment, the amount of the whole property is divided for apartment, because when you live in a community like a closed gate community, you all obviously want to use the amenities, right? So you pay for the provisions that are provided by them. Okay.
Okay.
You know what is a design and build project, right?
Yes.
What is WBS, you know?
Work breakdown schedule.
Structure.
Work breakdown structure.
Structure. Yes, structure.
One of the people got a question like, what is common